Today we're going to have the first tasting of my base porter using Crystal 60 malts and pale chocolate malt. Now this is the third one in the porter series that I've tried. I've done a base porter with Crystal 60 with chocolate malt, Crystal 40 with chocolate malt, and now a Crystal 60 with pale chocolate malt. I also did an overview that I will link up here if you want to go check that out about the darker malts to use in a porter. This is going to be a series. There's going to be a whole bunch of them. We're going to do the standard. We're going to layer them. We're going to change the yeast. We're going to change the hops, all that stuff. So this one, small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. 2 pounds, 4 ounces of pale malt, 3.2 ounces of Crystal 60, 3.2 ounces of Crystal 60 if I didn't say that, 3.2 ounces of crisp pale chocolate malt. So for the crystal malt and the pale chocolate, they're both 7.5% of a grain bill. For the hop schedule, this is a porter, so we don't want it too hoppy. So our boil, 0.35 ounces of Fuggles at 60 minutes, 0.15 ounces of Fuggles at flame out. This one was bottled on 12/22. It is exactly a month old today. 4.91%. I believe Beersmith called for this to be 5.2 or 5.4. So we are a little bit lower, but as I said in the chocolate reviews, I'd rather have my porters just a little bit lower. That's just me. You could be different. If you want them a little higher, that's fine. So let's go ahead and get this open. Now, I have to say, because this is the only one, I do not have a 40L version of the pale chocolate. I will make it again, but I made it in the Mr. Beer glass carboy after cleaning the thing 2 times, and it was still bad. I've been having issues with the glass Mr. Beer carboys for fermenting beers. I've had a number of them go bad over the last, say, 6 months. And I've tore everything apart, let it soak for 2 or 3 days, put it back into soak 2 or 3 days, sanitized it, washed it again, sanitized it, and it's still happening. This was my attempt to see if they would work. I have ordered different fermenters. They're here, so I've got a ton of them. But there will not be a 40L version of this, and I was actually going to brew it today, but I didn't have any USO5 yeast that I used in this one to use. So we're just going to move along. When I go to the beer store, I will pick up some USO5 and I will make it. 7 carbonation tablets were used. Okay hiss, okay smoke. Now, I did put this one in the fridge this morning. It is almost 2 o'clock. I probably put it in there about 8-ish, maybe 9. So we'll see. There we go. I will stop it there. Nice light brown, light chocolate colored head. Bubbles are popping, mostly small. A couple medium. It's almost like a slice of pizza where all the medium bubbles are in there. About a 1/4 finger of head. Now this is going to be lighter than the chocolate. That pale malt is a 220 per Beersmith, and you'll have to... I would have to look at the bag. Maybe I'll put it up here what the bag says. But let's go ahead and check the color. Color, dark amber brown in color. I would call this a porter, or a brown porter over an American porter just by the color. I didn't write it down. I don't know why, because usually I put the Beersmith information on there and I didn't. It looks clear. But yeah, I would say dark amber brown in color, not black. More English brown porter than anything. Let's go ahead and smell. Light coffee note, a little roasted note in there. A little chocolate. Yeah, that maybe like a city roast, light city roast coffee with light chocolate, a little sweetness, not very much though. I'm not really getting that big of an aroma. I thought this one would have more aroma. Um, I think if I remember correctly, when I brewed the chocolate version, the house was filled with like a light chocolate. Then when I brewed this, it was like coffee. So I was thinking it would have more coffee, more a stronger smell than it does, but it is light. Smells good though. Let's go ahead and taste. Light body, light to medium, you about in the middle. A little watered down, like a watered down medium roasted coffee. I get a little sweetness on the aftertaste, like a little sweet chocolate on there, but I get more of that coffee. The bitterness seems like it's a little high. Like it almost makes me think of a darker roasted coffee that's bringing out the bitterness in there. This is saying it's 30 IBUs. Could be from the roasted malt. I like it. Like there's sweetness. Like obviously we know it didn't attenuate all the way because it's 4.91, right? So there's a little bit more sweetness. It's almost like that sweetness is making me think that there's lactose in here to up the sweetness a little bit. So it's more like a, a very light milk chocolate coffee. Very light, watered down, but you're still getting those flavors in there. Very smooth. I like it. If you're into coffee, porter, stouts, this is good. I still, I get, like I was saying, some of that sweet coffee chocolate in the aftertaste. To me, it needs a little bit more flavor. It's a little too watered down. It's like the flavors are too big for the body. Maybe some oats would be good in here just to thicken up the body some. Maybe I'll have to do that. Yeah, I would I would make a 5 gallon batch of this and drink it all the time. But I think the body needs to be a little thicker. The body doesn't match the tastes that are coming out, at least in my mind. The body needs to be up just a little bit. Which I'm guessing if we would have hit the 5.2, 5.4% ABV, it would be even lighter. So that makes me scared for some of the other ones that are finishing around 5.3, 5.4. But we'll have to see. But yeah, definitely a good one. If you've made a porter lately, leave a comment down below. Tell me what recipe you used, because this is 3 simple ingredients that you could pick up and make. And if you're into porters, coffee, chocolate, I think it's fine. If you like this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.